From the Litchfield Hills to Long Island Sound. You are watching Live with Lumi and Michelle. And now your host, MicheleMarieDalene.
Hi guys, will be to everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. Of course, just a reminder, tonight will be a normal type of Saturday show on Twitch. Now, the gameplay has been going pretty well, and I admit that we did a great job on the last one. We had gangbusters, and we forgot to actually broke the stream into two parts, which means if you watch the gameplay, American Truck Simulator, it was a double feature, actually triple feature, because you saw the 911 game, and you saw the us go into the World of Warcraft. So that was last night. Today, of course, was going to go to church. I don't know yet. Part of me wants to try to work on my driving a bit better, and maybe get the World of Warcraft in this afternoon, but I don't know yet. Okay, I don't know what we're gonna do. Right now I only have one person on at this point, but we don't know. Where is everybody? I don't know. But the night show did pretty good. Reruns. There were plenty of reruns. 99 views on last night's show, which should be more than fine. And I could probably put it on YouTube, and you guys can watch it on YouTube too. But then again, it's kind of hard to say how many people want to watch the replays a day, 2 days later, because of, well, we all know it's not really evergreen content. It's just not evergreen content. But yeah, you take what you can. All right, so let's talk about what's going on for this week. I'm going to talk about something which is not really fun to talk about, but it certainly is a real issue. Even the federal government has said that it is a real problem. Food shortages. Yes. You see, all the situation with the sanctions, somebody who wrote the sanctions forgot to consider the fact is that a large majority of the world's food comes from Russia, especially the grains like corn, wheat. Those two, a large majority of those come from Russia. And so, because of the sanctions that we put on Russia, we're not going to be getting them. Also, Russia is the largest supplier of fertilizer. So, again, we basically shut ourselves in the foot, screwed the pooch, and basically are going to be unable to feed the people individually. How you doing, Tiger Kitty? So that's kind of bites, if you get my drift. The fact is that you guys put these sanctions in, and then you now realize or inconveniently forgot that you can't feed the people of this country because of you are important, dependent on Russian materials like fertilizer, and now it's too late for you to come up with alternative fertilizer because you don't have enough manure from the dairy farms right now ready to go to the farmers that need it. Yeah, that just kind of tells me that somebody didn't look into the reality of the way our food is grown. And so let's put it this way. The big fat lady is clearly starting her notes, and she is going to be maybe about 30 pounds lighter by the time she's done with her area. All right, let's be honest here. We're going to be seeing significant food shortages. all because of some stupid person named some president that decided that he's going to go ahead and put sanctions and not aware of the fact that the large majority of American food imports come from Russia. Now, this is kind of related to what Tiger King was saying about being isolationist countries. No, I don't think isolationism would work, but I definitely think more and more countries need to raise and grow their own food. They need to be prepared for the fact is that this is a mutual assured economic destruction. Or a mutually assured destruction economically. MADE, right? Mutually assured destruction economically. And it's going to be the kind of thing that is really, sorry to say, is going to piss in your cornflakes. Because you won't be eating cornflakes. You might be eating wood chips, as far as we know. That is a serious problem. Now, how does that affect the people that are fat? I didn't talk about that yet, did I? People that are portly, we're going to end up having a sudden dietary change when all the favorite foods are bye-bye. For example, you like your corn dogs, you like your corn muffins, you like your Frosted Flake cereal, you like your Honey Nut Cheerios, you like your Frosted Mini Wheats. Guess what? There's not enough raw materials to make them anymore. So you're going to end up basically going on a crash diet. That's just a fact reality. Of course, us voluptuous people, that includes me, happen to have a few extra weeks of food reserves on us, so we can actually probably be fine for about a week or two before the ketosis starts up, where our body starts eating itself. But the skinny minis are going to be in trouble because they don't have the reserves to support themselves when the ketosis function starts kicking in and they start to consume the innards. That is a reality. So yeah, stock up, eat all you can, stuff on your face. Stuff on your face. Don't even bother putting it in the pantry. Guys, well, here's why. You put it in the pantry, your rodents are going to be hungry. The rats, the mice, the bugs, they're going to come to your house looking for a meal. But if you put the food in your belly, you might have a better chance of making it. Yeah, skinnier people will pass away first because they will have no resources, extra fat on their bodies to keep them alive. Alright, let's be honest here. That doesn't necessarily quite work that way, but it's a good start. When you ask anybody who's morbidly obese, what happens when you are morbidly obese is, of course, you have more reserves. Your body can use more of the fat that's in your body before it starts to digest your organs and starts to destroy itself. Okay? But it's not a fun thing, and you're going to hate it, and that's the reality. Okay? It sucks. Alright? However, the people that are skinny with very low BMI are going to be the ones that are going to be ill-prepared for long-term food shortages. They don't have it. They don't have the extra padding on them. Don't forget the padding also acts as an insulator that keeps you warm. Well, kind of. Actually, if it was all over your body, evenly smooth coating, yeah, you'd be kept warmer. But is the other problem that's going to be coming up is you're going to have 9 months or 6 to 9 months of nice warmer weather coming up. And of course, you're not going to be using as much heating oil. But if the situation doesn't resolve itself with that, you're going to be cold very quickly. So skinny people are less likely to be prepared, but the fat people, of course, will be a little bit better off. But there is, of course, that does not make fat people life glamorous at all, because the truth is fat people have problems. I know, because I'm one of them. One, besides finding clothes that doesn't always fit right, or in some cases, is your own weight basically makes your joints work harder and causes joint pain, which is a real problem. Never mind your heart basically having to be extra large capacity to handle the amount of blood flow going through to all the flap, which you would think that wouldn't need blood, but it's a warehouse, okay? Think of a warehouse like for a department store like Amazon. You still got trucks going in and out of that warehouse, delivering and picking up orders. That's kind of what your fat is. It's a warehouse of the body. It absorbs all that extra calories and gets stored somewhere. Did you know, by the way, a pound of human fat produces as much energy density as a gallon of petrol? That actually is surprising to think about. 150,000 BTUs of energy. Okay, so that's a lot of energy. A lot of energy is stored in your flap. In fact, a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon was taking through a liposuction fat out of people and burning it in his Mercedes. This is back in the 90s now. He was doing that because, hey, it's free. People want it out of their body. I want it in my tank. What's wrong with that? So yeah, it's an issue. Right now, I don't even know what else is on here. I see Tiger's on. I see Gianni's on. Right, pasta, which is made out of wheat. Bread, which is made out of wheat and oats. And rice, which is obviously rice. You know, now we do have rice farms in the United States, but do we make... no, I don't think so, McHenry. I mean, I think there's a lot of people more skinnier than Tiger Kitty, but, I know people that are bigger than me, they'll probably outlive me if I really get bad enough, but... Well, there is one really valid question if you get too skinny after the ketogenesis happens. What happens to you when your clothes don't fit anymore and they're all too big for you? Well, I wear dresses, so my dresses won't fall off. Not unless I lose a lot of bones. But yeah, if you think about it, that's the reason why people don't like to get too super skinny. Because then they have to have two different wardrobes or more than two wardrobes. The fat wardrobe and the skinny wardrobe and the super skinny wardrobe. Yeah. Well, basically, at a certain age point, we start to develop getting a bit of an adipose tissue buildup. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm not immune to that. It's just a reality. So what can we do about it? I was explaining this to Ed when I was listening to Epic Economist. That's what it is. I keep calling him Echo, but it's Epic Economist. And it's like, as I was munching on a Nutrageous from Hershey's, I said, sooner or later, these candy bars will not be available anymore. And you're going to end up basically having to make tough decisions of what to eat. So eat them now, because when they're gone, they're gone. Okay? That's the reality. Stock up food. Get your. Oh, you got a couple cats. So that's a start. Make sure that they're good at micing, ratting. Because your mice and rodent populations are going to be looking for meals too. See, you got to keep thinking about this. The rodent population in the world, especially like in major cities, depends on the humans. And if the humans are not eating, the rats are not happy either, because they're not eating. So, because they live off of our leftover foods that we throw in garbage cans and things like that. How you doing the morning after kill? There will be a night show tonight. A regular night show. Alright. I don't know. Well, if it's going to be a gaming stream, I'm so tired. I actually did. I know who it is. Yeah. So, to make a long story short, be ready. It's boom time. Just a thought about it makes me sad, actually, because it's like some of these issues could have been dealt with, could have been fixed, and made right years ago. Alright, someone's ringing my digital doorbell. Let me get over there. Okay, Noodles. Yes, Noodles, how you doing?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, we're talking about a lot of different things. Number one, did you know that there's going to be a food shortage because of the fact that, number one, we're not getting enough fertilizer coming in from Russia because of the sanctions? Two, Russia, which is the largest wheat and oat producer in the world, is actually not going to be exporting wheat and oats and corn to people, so which means that each individual country will have to find their own resources to feed their people. With the shortage of Russian fertilizer, there will be less fertilizer to give the kind of crop yield needed to grow the food.
Good morning.
How you doing, Kitty?
Yeah, good. So Michelle has announced that all fat fuckers will survive and skinny people are going to die.
Show me your tits.
Well, more precisely, the fatter people will live longer. Okay, because they'll have more resources on them. The skinny people will, which lack the BMI.
But Michelle, I think what you're forgetting, Michelle, is that a lot of this country, the farming's subsidized. So you got a lot of farms here that can only grow certain things. So again, if they lifted these subsidies and allowed all these farmers to grow what needs to be grown, I think we got it.
I think that would be a start in the right direction. But there is another thing that I didn't get a chance to really think about bringing up, which is the fuel. The farmers still have to buy the diesels for the tractors and the gasoline. And guess what?
Michelle, you want to know something? If it gets like that, all these faggots that have been saying no fracking, no whatever, we have tons of resources in this country. Tons of resources.
But Joe Biden's not letting us drill for them.
Well, wait until it gets really bad and they do something to this guy. But I'm telling you right now, if it gets that bad, Michelle, there's tons of resources in this country.
First of all, Congress doesn't exactly work that fast. I mean, Congress is not that fast at getting things done. Look how long they've been fighting over bills since last year with the infrastructure bill. Look how long it took to pass that. How long did it take to pass the original bill? It's supposed to be the family's plan through reconciliation. You think that they're going to come up with an instant solution to solve an emergency situation where there's not enough food, not enough fuel for tractors and trucks? Guess again. They can't even
Well-
seem. They can't even seem to get their head screwed on right.
You got to remember, after World War II, there was a rush to bring supplies throughout Europe by the Soviet Union and the United States and a lot of Allied forces, and they did it. They did it. They fed other countries. I really, really believe that they want you to believe that we're in a lot of debt, that there's not money there, there's no money there. I think
There's
they want
money
you to
there.
believe that
There's
we're broke
$800 billion that wasn't even used for stimulus. That's still sitting in a bank account that they could have been using for stimulus. And yes, making sure that people have food on their table, gas in the car, and i.e. food and gas in their belly would certainly count as a stimulus. But yet, through the reconciliation bill, all the Democrats have done is filibuster, hem and haw, and do nothing. Not a single solid plan. Even Joe Biden said there's going to be food shortages. And yet, I don't hear anyone, Congress, saying, well, wait a minute, we better get started on this now then, because people are going to be mad, and then it's going to be January 6th, look like a picnic. This is not...
Yeah.
Remember what happened in the French Revolution, which made Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette lose their head, was a shortage of flour. And the king didn't give a crap. Well, the king, i.e. the president and the Congress, still doesn't give a crap. All right, Paul wants to come on. Let's get him on here. Go ahead,
Good
Paul. How you
morning,
doing?
Paul.
He's getting set up here.
Yeah.
Good
All right,
morning.
and another
Good
thing,
day.
Michelle, while we're on the topic, I love your game playing and everything. I think it's wonderful, but I am really missing the night shows.
Yeah.
We're gonna have one tonight.
Well, yeah,
Good old
everyone
night
tonight.
show tonight, right, Michelle?
Are we partying tonight?
Krista says, yeah, but we can go and hunt for our food. If you have ability to do it and the skills to do it, yes, Krista.
Our new hoodle.
If you don't
And
know
killing-
how to hunt, it's gonna
I
be...
wouldn't want to kill an animal either.
Really,
I
really...
love animals. I love
Yeah.
animals too much.
Well, I'm going
I'll
to tell you
kill
something
the
right now.
animal.
If we all decided to hunt tomorrow, I mean, you'd kill everything off.
No,
There's a
I
lot of
wouldn't.
people.
Yeah, like animals would go really quickly.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'd be eating my neighbor's dogs, though. I fucking hate them. That'd be the first thing I'd kill.
Oh my god, I
The
definitely
neighbor's
wouldn't
dog
eat
just
a
really
dog.
pisses me off. I'd get really good satisfaction of just fucking putting it on the grill and eating it.
You're probably right about that. I think domestic animals would be the first ones to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, you won't get a lot of meat off your little dog.
Getting
Let's
that Yara.
not forget that there's
looks
a
good.
Yara would feed us for a long time.
Let's
Yeah,
not
she's
forget
big-
there's a new
Big girl.
avian flu or disease that's going around. Huge numbers of American chickens and turkeys have to be killed because they are not suitable for market because they have the disease.
Michelle,
Highly infectious. So, kiss your drumsticks goodbye, honey. Because
Michelle,
they're not going to be available. Kiss your
How
eggs
long-
goodbye. They're not going to be available.
Michelle, how long do you think you and Ed could live off of Rusty?
Seriously, you can't. Because,
He's a
number
big cat,
one,
Michelle. He's like a Thanksgiving turkey. 30
um,
pounder.
no, really, seriously, you can't. There's just not enough muscle there. I mean, he's built like a brick shithouse, but seriously, no, you can't really live off him. Don't forget, if you ever kill him, with all the rats and mice, they're going to come after you.
Like
That's
you eat
the-
the rats and mice.
What about that cocksucker Jimmy, Michelle, your slumlord?
Yeah.
Would you get pleasure in eating him?
So, in essence, my landlord's situation is feeding my cat. He goes out, he catches them, tags them, kills them for sport and sometimes for a snack.
So, Michelle, if we were in a crisis and Rusty brought you a rat, would you eat it?
See, the field mice he brings in are kind of small. Rats are kind of small. They're smaller than squirrels. I don't think there'll be enough meat
So you just, what would you do then? How would you survive, Michelle?
Well, like you said, a
would you
little
eat?
foraging, but the problem is everybody else is going to be thinking the same thing of foraging. And I don't know if that's going to mean that some people are just going to have to go back to living as we did back in the Middle Ages and just deal with what they have or what they don't have. You know, going through the king's forest looking for fruits and berries and nuts. You know, that's what's going to happen, I think, in the long run. Is the fact that people are going to have to evolve to realize that they can't go to the Kroger or the Costco or Big Y or Stop and Shop to get groceries anymore. They're going to have to go out there and they're going to have to find this stuff themselves in the wild. And I don't know if anyone here really necessarily has that training. I mean, I don't. It doesn't mean that some couldn't, but I don't have it.
Noodles has it. He's always out in the wild.
Michelle, you could always milk all the men in town, and you'd have tons of calories and protein.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you could run around with a mason jar just milking men.
Well, on
You
a
fill those
serious
elk ears
note,
up.
guys, where are you going to store the stuff? Because there's also going to be a fuel shortage as well.
In those elf ears, Michelle, just fill the elf ears up with semen.
There's going to be a
and then
fuel
drink
shortage
upon
as
the
well.
elf ear.
You're talking about any kind of breast milk is going to be a
What, Tiger
perishable
King?
item.
Breast milk? Michelle's on about breast milk.
I
No,
know.
we're
Michelle,
talking
have you
about
ever
man milk.
tasted breast
Man
milk?
milk.
I know we're talking about breast milk. But the
No, we're
truth,
talking
or
about
even
man
if you
milk.
get milk, even if you get milk from sheep and cows and goats, you're still going to have a problem. Because if
Michelle, have you tasted breast milk as an adult before?
there may not be enough refrigeration to keep it all fresh.
We're getting this answered, goddamn. I don't care.
I've never tasted it.
Michelle, have you
What?
tasted human breast milk as a human?
It's a human.
I never tasted it.
Or as an adult, excuse me. I didn't mean a human. Well, I'm not saying she's an alien. Okay,
But
you're
remember,
not-
that breast milk is basically designed
Human
for
adult.
raising children, not for adults. So, adults don't
Well, it's
need
fun, Michelle.
milk to that level. But
Just find a
newborns
pregnant
do.
woman and suck on her titty and a little milk.
So
that
yeah,
comes out,
if there's
just
a
for
shortage
syrup.
of baby formula, there's gonna be a lot of
Delicious.
mothers that are gonna be seriously wondering where they're gonna get how they're gonna feed their newborns. That goes back to, well, why aren't you breastfeeding your babies? That's a
Back in the
whole nother
1900s.
topic. We don't even talk
No.
about that, but we should. I mean, mothers prior to the development of formula, which came around in around the 1870s, were actually breastfeeding their babies, or if they couldn't, they hired a woman that was lactating, i.e. a wet nurse, that would do the job for them, because breast milk was the best choice they had, because cow's milk was just not suitable for babies. Never mind what the bottles looked like back in the old days. You don't even want to try to drink. Oh, never mind that.
You know,
Anyway,
in
the
the
point is,
1900s, in Ukraine, they were eating their kids, right? You know that, right?
they were eating the elderly.
They were eating their kids too.
Maybe.
No, I'm telling you, you can look it up. There's actual
I
posters.
suppose your kids would be like veal, like grandma would be like old age steak. I guess it would be kind of similar concept.
Yeah, they were eating their children.
But the
back in their
truth
life.
is I'm sure that they wouldn't be doing that now as much, but they certainly have seen a lot of people die in the Ukraine, and so I don't know what the ethics is. If someone's already been shot by a bullet from Putin's army, can you loot them and eat them? I don't know. I don't
Of
know.
course you can. Of course you can. You can eat someone. I'm going full cannibal this spring.
Well, I was just gonna. I don't know if I would do that, but
Why?
I'm not a carnivore for the most part anyway. But This is a complicated issue. It's got to be dealt with. And if you think Congress is going to get it done in a timely manner, given what things that whole everything else is dragging on, don't count on it. I don't think it's going to be dealt with in a timely manner because their own track record shows that the Democrats aren't doing anything except sitting on their big fat leathery chairs and bullshitting about how they want to pass this bill and that bill for really they say it's for the benefit of the people and it's really for the benefit of themselves. And it's just not gonna fly. I mean it's just ridiculous.
Corey said noodles can send you some breast milk, Michelle.
I'm not interested in that.
It's probably like almond milk, Michelle. It's probably really good.
You can get a lot of nutrients from it, Michelle.
Not sure what type
Very
of.
nutritious, Michelle.
Well, you know what some shepherds do, right? They eat sheep testicles.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just go around neutering all the men in town, Michelle.
So instead of the pork,
I don't know if that would necessarily be a bad idea.
Or you can take one testicle, Michelle, from all the men, and they'd still be able
the
to
reason I
produce
say
children.
that is because the last thing you need to do is have more human beings making babies right now. I think this Earth is already in trouble as it is, the overpopulation. So, yeah. Another thing is that our ancestors had to do some pretty tough stuff in the old days. For example, if you had your own farm, you had livestock, which either was for food or was used to make milk or both. Also, they made manure, which was used to fertilize your fields. Today's modern farms don't make enough manure because they're specialized. For example, if you're going to grow corn, you don't likely have a large herd of cattle to make the manure, but you can use the manure spreader to fertilize your fields of corn. This is an example where, just like everything else, we've got to specialize ourselves into a corner. It's just like in the medical field, right? You go to a general practitioner, he says, "Oh, I can't touch that. I need to send you to a specialist that focuses on whatever it is. Maybe reproductive issues, or maybe you have a problem with your heart. He could just tell you, I think you have a problem and need to refer you to a specialist." He's like level 1 customer support. The only thing he doesn't probably not going to tell you is did you make sure did you unplug it and turn it and plug it back in to see if it works right? Well, it's the same thing with the farming industry. Farming is specialized. You got different sectors that focus on different things. It's too divided and too hard for a farmer to be self-sustaining because everything that they need, especially if they have to get enough manure to fertilize your fields, where are you going to get that from? Well, you can get it from the big cattle farm or the feedlot, a couple of hundred, maybe like 50, 60 miles down the road, which I'm sure the feedlot operator would be more than glad to give you all the manure you could shake a stick at. But the problem is that you have to basically bring all that manure back, dry it out, put it in your manure spreader, and spread it on your field. But right now, we don't have enough manure for replace the nitrate fertilizers that we were using. Unfortunately, human waste is actually not suitable because of the things that are in our human waste, thanks to modern technology. Prescription medications, for example, are bad for soil. Don't underestimate that. Our ancient ancestors when they had their outhouses were doing just that. They were fertilizing the fields with human poo, which is fine, but we didn't have the medications that we have today contaminating the soil and the water. Composting works fine if you got enough of it to fertilize like a 30-acre field. I'd love to see that. The whole community would have to go together and come up with enough compost to fertilize the farmer's field for a crop. We're not talking about an acre of land here. We're talking about enough compost to fertilize a 30-acre plot of field to grow fruit and vegetables. Very different. Man, you think this is boring? I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah, this is so fucking boring.
Michelle's show is not all shit and giggles. Okay, Michelle's trying to bring up a very valid topic, and
but no one cares. No one cares. Move it along, Michelle. Jesus Christ.
Well, I wish Jesus Christ would move it on, but unfortunately, he has.
Michelle.
Jesus Christ hasn't even come down yet, so we're stuck having to cover the stuff that you find boring. Because someone has to speak up and warn the people. The Paul Revere's of the 21st century need...
Right, well, move on. Move on. This is getting like... seriously, Michelle, I'm like, my brain's going to explode. This is boring. Move on to something else.
Well, first of all, Corey, we already do eat lots of plants and vegetables. And the problem is, I said, it's the prescription medications that we take. If you took all the waste out of a sewage treatment plant, which does eventually end up in the landfill, believe it or not, the solids, yes, you could use that waste to fertilize fields. But the problem is, well, the prescription medications people use every day, that's going to contaminate your soil. There, that's the short skinny of it.
So how did you get on with your game last night, Michelle?
Well, fine. It turned out that we made the game. We went straight from American Truck Simulator into E91 game into the. We had 99 views in the 7-hour stream.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It was pretty good. That was successful.
Yeah, so Paul, I was greeted this morning by Michelle telling me that all the fat people are going to survive and all the skinny people are going to die.
Oh no, we're doomed.
No, Corey, they don't cause droughts. The problem is that makes the output less suitable.
Maybe skinny people.
That's what it comes down to.
Become fat people.
No, actually, she said it the other way round. The fat people are going to survive and the skinny people are going to die.
We'll be able to run faster though.
We'll see.
But the question is how long? Which one's going to outlive the other? I mean, I guess
AR-15 will kill any fat person.
I don't know. So, like I said, it's boring. Yeah. You think I want to hear? Do you think I'm going to keep hearing about it either? No. Do I think Congress is doing anything about it? No. Do I wish Jesus would get off his fat ass and come down and bring people into the clouds? Yes. Actually, I don't know if Jesus has a fat ass, but
he's got a huge dick.
It's time for his dad to send him his walking papers to begin his mission.
Michelle, do you recommend pooping in the garden? Skunk Ape wants to know.
Ancestors used to do that all the time.
don't know if human waste is the way to go.
It's not one of the best. They say cow manure is the best, but horse manure is good too. But the sad truth is, if you don't have enough of that, farmers are going to have to use what they can get. Compost would be good.
So maybe we should all be growing a garden, Michelle.
What's that?
Maybe we should all be growing a garden.
If you can manage to get one started, it's still early enough for individual
All right,
gardens.
guys, I'm milking my cows. I've been milking my cows. This one's sorry, Michelle. She's being stubborn today. She won't give me my milk. Maybe if I suck on the udder instead of squeezing it. Oh, you like that?
On a serious level, guys, it's going to be the urban environments that is going to be the biggest trouble right now. Country dwellers that have the room, the arable land to grow food are going to be the ones that are better off. Thank you.
You know what those sounds are, Tiger Kitty?
What sounds?
You gonna hear this? Listen.
No, I don't hear it.
You don't hear that?
No.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Milking my cows.
Well, thank you for
Hope it is the cow
thank
you're
you for the
milking.
nice message about how it looks. Still just looks on
With
me.
my mouth in the asshole.
Right now, my socks are drying, and then I'm gonna try to wash dresses, and I'm gonna have to try to get it in this week because.
It's okay. Calm down. Michelle will let you back on her show.
And I'm trying to figure out the best time to get all these different washing in because the hair has to be washed. I mean, and I'm a hair. Well, yeah, I guess I get bath soon anyway. But boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm not even sure what to do today.
Coffee in me, Michelle. I need my coffee. God damn it.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually
Bad boy.
like I
John
said.
Cape says, when
All
you
right,
milk a
so now we
bull,
have
you
some
gotta
other
stick your finger in
information
its
to
arse.
talk about real quick. A little more exciting information. Let me just massage my earlobes here for a minute. First of all, we were wondering if are we gonna go to the DMV, get the DMV with my ears on. I'm not sure yet. Maybe. I don't know what the rules are on that because I know that in some DMVs, for example, the Pastafarians, i.e., the Church of Spaghetti Monster, are allowed to wear calendar hats during their DMV pictures. I don't know what they would say about Blood Elf ears on mine. Only thing I'm going to find out is, obviously, I'll go in there, put some fresh glue on my ears, and put them on, and say, okay, here's what you got. What can we do? You know?
Yeah, just wear them there, Michelle. Don't even say anything about it until someone tells you to take them off. I would just go with it. You know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even worry about it. Yeah.
I think John Heyman is offering to call the DMV and ask.
That's nice of him.
Actually,
John Heyman usually goes out of his way for people. He's a
let me
great
see
guy.
if there's a website that gives
That's not surprising
information.
to me. John Heyman's an amazing guy. I'm sure he would do that for Michelle.
He has grown on me a little
All right,
bit.
let me look this up in Google here. Okay.
Give me the number, John. Send me the number. We'll call live. Well, we can't call today, right? It's Saturday. They're not open today, right?
From DMV photos. Can you? I don't think they wear your elf ears. I don't know. I'm gonna see what this says here. where are
I
you
just
allowed to go for
sent some
driver's
pictures
license
wearing nothing
photos?
but those tiger ears.
All right, let's see what this says. Like,
Either way.
how weird are you allowed to go for driver's license photos? Can someone wear a costume in it? Okay, it's kind of related to that. Let's see what it says here. No, one cannot wear a costume for the driver's license photo or anything covering your face or
Where's my
eyes.
fucking thing at?
Let me tell you about a small town Tennessee boy who became a billionaire. Well, he wasn't one rich. He had the smarts to go to Yale and find. Okay. Why is it considered weird? The photo for identification, so nothing that would obstruct either the appearance is allowed. Not even glasses, right? Yeah, but you wear glasses though for your photo, though. I take mine off though. What you are not allowed to do or wear when you get a driver's license is photo is taken. All right, here's what it says here. There's another picture here. What are you not allowed to do or wear when your driver's license is taken? To renew your driver's license online and the Department of Vehicles in Los Angeles. Okay. The quality of photos must be clean and focused in color, unaltered by computer software, at least 600 pixels by 750 pixels, at least 50 kilobyte, no more than 10 megabytes. What your photo must show? Must show contain no other objects or people, be taken again in a plain light background, be clear, contrasted background, not have red eye. Okay. How to hidden. Okay, that's nothing to do with this here. So in Georgia, they ask you not to smile. Oh boy, that'd be perfectly matched for Georgia because I never smile every time I take a picture. I'm always frowning. Since most people don't walk around smiling all the time, I can appreciate the apparently interfere with facial recognition software's ability to recognize you. When I went to get my most recent driver's license, the woman behind the counter said, "I'm going to take your picture now. Please don't smile." Of course, she told me not to. I started smiling. You have your eyes closed. You can have your eyes closed and wear a hat and non-prescription sunglasses, but it's up to each state. There's actually very little you cannot wear if you claim a religious exemption. For example, there are dozens of people claiming membership to the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, bless his nudie appendage, which have driver's license photos wearing a metal calendars on their heads. Yes, I've seen that. Certain states allow you to essentially completely obscure your identity, such as anyone wearing a similar clothing could be using a license and claim to be you successfully. Remove headgear like hats, hoodies, and sunglasses. It doesn't say anything about elf ears. My best knowledge for those who have long hair.
Michelle, you've already covered it, Michelle. You literally said if you claim it as a religious exemption, you'll more than likely be able to wear it, Michelle.
Right, I don't think I have to worry.
Right there.
Unless the person taking the photo gets a bit unnerved. You got a problem with that? Yeah, because I'm Alliance and you represent Horde. Oh, I'm sorry. Just pretend I'm a night elf. Well, because I play two of them in the World of Warcraft. Okay. Are you supporting? No, I guess a religious exemption, maybe. Because I do believe in the Cinderai, and I believe in the Cinderai lifestyle. After all, if you're allowing people from the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster to wear calendars on their heads during their photos, I guess it depends on the DMB and the person taking the picture.
I think you might be okay.
If you ever looked at you ever looked at my main precinct, Michaela and Westfall, I mean on Thunderlord, it looks like she's wearing a colander on her own head. I'm not kidding you. And of
There you go.
course, all my other warriors and mages look like they're wearing military fatigue helmets. Valenius is kind of cute. Brylan's is kind of ugly. So yes, there will be a call-in show tonight. There will be some calls tonight on that show. The morning show never has phone calls. Okay,
Well,
the night show will be.
So I don't know why you refuse to do them in the morning, Michelle. I mean, you could always try it out and see how it goes.
Well, we've had a couple surprise phone calls on the morning shows that weren't even planned, and the morning shows never had phone calls officially.
You can change that.
What's that? I could change that, but I don't want to. The morning show is the time when I actually get a chance to kind of just wake up and sort of like slowly ease in the
why
day.
Improve the show,
into
you
my
know?
day.
Why improve the show?
Kind of like when I'm actually easing into the weight station to basically get my vehicle weight done. You know, you don't see me going in there at 30 miles an hour, do you? No, you see me just touching the pedal, going in there about 3 miles an hour.
So that's how you drive down the road, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, nowadays I go about 50 miles an hour in some cases, and then I freak out, and then I actually tend to overcompensate. Yeah! So a couple of times I've actually went over the guardrails. Okay, so yeah, it will be calling tonight. Yeah, on Twitch. The show will be on Twitch. Twitch. Not YouTube. Okay.
I think you should do it on YouTube as well, Michelle.
Yeah, I think you should do both.
I think you should do YouTube as well, Michelle. You're not going to get a lot of people or callers if you just do it on Twitch. You know, I know you're trying to get your Twitch numbers up, but you know, I should probably do it on YouTube as well.
Maybe.
I agree.
But I mean, we got to grow both channels. The problem is, if it's on YouTube, then the YouTubers won't have any reason to migrate to Twitch.
Well, Michelle, they don't. I mean, how long have we been doing this already, Michelle? I mean, you've already let people know that your shows are on Twitch. I mean, I just think it'll be pretty lackluster if you just do it on Twitch. I think it'd probably be better if you did it on YouTube as well. Just keep the gameplay to Twitch exclusive.
Yeah. That's true. You are abandoning all your YouTube followers.
Yeah, that's what made and built your channel. That's what made the night show as the YouTubers, Michelle.
Yeah, I know. But then YouTube itself, I'm talking about the organization, also has kind of abandoned me.
Well,
actually abandoned a lot of small channels because they put more restrictions on our content. That makes it really hard for us to get more viewers. Now, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, let me clarify that. If you're competing with Fox News and suggested videos, and you're only a channel that gets maybe about 35 people on the show, versus Fox News or CNN or MSNBC covering stories and getting hundreds of views on a video or live stream, YouTube's ranking is going to give them top billing, and you're not going to get it. Your channel will be at the near bottom. But then again, Twitch isn't necessarily any better. No, it's not. Both of them are doing it to some extent.
well, I guess you can have music on Twitch.
Yeah, we can have music on Twitch, so if the phone calls get stupid with the music bullshit, I don't have to worry about being demonetized. That's the reason. And then, of course, during the show, I sometimes might want to throw some music on, too.
Sure.
Yeah.
I still think you should do YouTube as well. You can't let your fans down.
Yeah. Why does my... Probably because you got a bit of an acid problem in your digestive system. All your hemorrhoidal tissue has been irritated. It's true. I've actually had the same thing happen a couple times in my life. Yeah.
Oh. Is that Ed yelling again?
No, Skunk wanted to know why his poop burns this morning.
No, I thought I heard Ed in the background. Sure, I love spicy food, but spicy food don't like me, Michelle. I pay for it the next day every time, but it's worth it. You know, I'm gonna have the hot seat, yet I still eat the spicy food.
Who here has ever eaten a Carolina Grim Reaper pepper?
No.
No. I put one in my butt before,
Carolina
Michelle,
Grim
but I've never
Reaper
eaten
pepper. Who ever eat one of those guys?
one. No. Yeah, that's a little too hot for me. More of a jalapeno.
5 million Scoville units. They now have one that's 750 million Scoville units.
Yeah, I put one up my ass before.
Nice, 750,000 Scoville units. Wow.
No, nothing. You ain't catching it. Yep. It's a lot.
Just use your phone camera. That's all you need. There's your mirror for you. Butthole selfie.
Use your phone camera to look at your ass.
I mean, you really want to do it like Megan Fox by mounting a mirror on the wall, a ceiling, just so you can see if your butthole's bleached?
Yeah. I don't know if that's why she put the mirror on the ceiling, but it does serve the purpose. It does serve the purpose. You want to look at your asshole? Put a mirror on your ceiling.
The mirror is there for a sexual reason, I think.
Michelle, what if I just showed you my ass?
Oh, maybe she likes to. Maybe she likes to look at herself in the front when she's fingering herself. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
It's sexy, you know. I've never watched myself. I've never whacked off in the mirror before, Michelle. I don't think I would enjoy that much if I opened my eyes and just saw myself. Anyway, Michelle, if I showed you my butthole on camera right now, could you tell me if everything's looking okay back there, Michelle?
I can't have your butthole in my camera. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna put it on the screen, Michelle.
No,
and you just
I
tell
don't
me if everything looks okay.
No, I don't want to see it. No,
all right, we'll just leave Tiger Kitty with the job.
No.
All right, Tiger Kitty, I'm gonna spread them. All right.
I'm not an expert. I don't want to see it. No.
How's everything look?
Oh, it looks great.
Did you know that a funny thing is when you're alive, your butthole is constantly clenched, but when you obviously when you gotta poo and when you croak, your butthole doesn't get unclenched anymore because the muscles aren't clenching it up.
You mean I have to wait till you're dead to get some anal out of you, Michelle? Well, wait till you're dead to open up that butthole. Yeah, Michelle laughed.
It's true. It's just like a drawstring. It's just like a drawstring bag. Really, it's just the way it works. The muscles in their work.
Everything just falls out, Michelle. When you die, everything just. I hear men, Michelle, get an erection for like 3 or 4 hours after they die. I don't know if that's true or not. From the movie Clerks, I don't know if that was a medical factor.
It's the same thing.
Huh.
The valves in your body, okay, that normally control the circular flow or to that vessel, that organ. When you are relaxed, i.e., when you're sleeping, why do you think you get morning wet? It's the same reason. That's when your body's relaxed. All of a sudden, the valves open and it just inflates like a balloon.
So Michelle, when I die,
It
basically
works
going to be a
completely.
pile of skin and fluids.
See, it works completely
boner.
opposite what you would think. Because, in other words, if it was a mechanical system, it would be more like you would think when I apply electricity to this valve, it's going to open and the flow is going to start. No, it doesn't. It's more like when you put more like an air brake, when you put air in it, or in this case, blood, gets a signal that, hey, I'm not in the mood. Shut up. It's when it puts tells the system to close the valve. It's strange. It's backwards.
Very, very strange. I heard that you poop yourself when you die.
Yeah, everything just lets loose. What Michelle was saying, your butthole just opens up and poop comes out. So, Michelle, when I die, I'm going to be basically a pile of a skin, shit, and a boner, is what you're telling me. Basically what I'm going to be when I die.
I'm
Skin,
asking
poop, and a boner.
mortician, but the answer to your question in simple English is yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Fair enough, Michelle. Fair enough.
No, I study a lot of things. Now, trust me, I do look into a lot of different
Michelle's been around a lot of dead bodies, guys. She knows what she's talking about. Right, Michelle?
I mean, you ever see the mortician there that oh man, that beautiful mortician there, the black-haired woman. Ooh, yeah, she's asking mortician series. She's cute. Yeah, but only the point is that she's also very knowledgeable. Of course, that's what she does for a living. She deals with the dead bodies, and she's explained a lot of this. And it's not just the situation with your back end that relaxes either when you kick. It's also your esophagus.
Esophagus.
The epiglottis. Because it will be relaxed. You will be basically letting everything to atmosphere. Think of it, a once-in-a-lifetime belch that you will never forget.
I have those every day, Michelle.
Let's put it this way. When you kick a bucket, your belch is going to be the best you ever could wish you had.
That's why I'm going to hopefully die on stream, Michelle. That's my hope. That it'll be recorded. I want that last piece archived. Just that.
Yeah.
Hoping to go on camera. My goal. So if I if I have heart pains or whatever, I'm just gonna hit the go live button. I'm not gonna call 911. Just gonna hit the go live and we'll see what happens.
12 people on right now, not bad.
Not bad.
Nope.
Take some calls, Michelle.
Have you heard the news? Which news? The fact is that we're going to be having a food shortage. The fact that Hunter Biden basically has been caught with red-handed with BS on his laptop. The fact is that one of the people who's left the Academy Awards in the Academy because of what happened. Which news are you talking about?
You shit yourself and burp when you die. What news are we talking about?
Pop got arrested.
For what?
We don't know that. We need proof.
Brian Kay is saying it.
We need
prostitution.
He was picked up by Montreal police for prostitution.
That makes sense, though. I mean, honestly, Brian Kay may not be fabricated. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
Well, he is a Scorpio.
Right.
So
he said some things in the past,
and they don't know when to keep it. They don't know when to. Well, at least in his age group, they don't know when to keep it in their pants, so to speak.
What, his asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm probably doing a lot of mouth work. Yeah, I would believe that. I mean, I wouldn't put it, Michelle. Brian Kay's probably right here. Brian Kay's probably right here.
He was trying to get other men to give him money.
I get it. I get it. Sex worker. Which is one of the topics that Tiger Kitty brought up, which should be sex workers be legalized. Sure.
Isn't that what POP stands for, Michelle? People of Prostitution?
There's nothing wrong with prostitution. I mean, honestly, it's my opinion here.
No, I agree. Nothing wrong with buying a prostitute,
at least
Michelle.
if you're doing it legitimately, at least number one, you are being able to practice safe procedures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you have to go back. Look why is prostitution illegal? Well, because during the Victorian era, the problem was there was a huge outrunning of syphilis, and it was seriously devastating the population. As you know, the men were being philanderers. They were going out there, had concubines everywhere, especially the well-to-do in England. And, for example, people would bring that nasty thing home to their wives and get their wives sexually transmitted diseases unintentionally. And it was resulted in a lot of people having very, very, very bad problems with syphilis. So by illegalizing it, I guess the idea is that we can treat this health hazard by making it illegal to do it. But that doesn't sort of solve the problem. Again, that's politicians for you. They're not really thinking about the reality. Well, why were men doing it in the first place? Because they're horny. So they should have said, well, you know what? If you were a sex worker and you were licensed and you were bonded by the state you work in, then there's no problem. You know, because you've been proven to be clean. And you go through testing to make sure you're clean. And that's what they should have done. Yeah. And yeah, Sherry Heaton is also a Scorpio, so there's another slut at the wheel.
Michelle, as we all know, prostitution is America's first business. The John is the first consumer. Have you or Lumi in any past lives?
Prostitution has been a worldwide situation since the first man crawled out of the ocean.
Michelle, were you or Lumi a prostitute in any of your past lives?
No, I wasn't either. Although I almost got into it, but I chose not to.
You just gave it away for free, Lumi. I like you, Lumi. You didn't charge. I like that. She said, "Fuck it, come get it, boys."
How did you nearly get into it, Michelle?
Well,
yeah,
I almost got into it because I was, I left my father's business. I was working for myself, and I got a couple jobs working at the hotel I was at. Worked in the scullery of washing dishes, and that paid me, mediocre wages. And of course, I knew the call girls. And I saw what they were doing with the money that their supporters were giving them, enough money that they could buy the nicer stuff that made them look good. Because it was part of the business, they wanted to look good. Yeah, they wanted to look good, didn't they? But
what do you think,
unfortunately,
Michelle?
at that time, syphilis was a problem even in Finland. So I chose not to get involved with that. But what about when you were a flapper, though? Oh, I didn't do anything with that either, because I just wasn't interested in the sex part of it. But you were selling cigarettes. Yeah. Well, that was cigarettes. I wasn't selling myself. Oh.
You need those for after the sex, right, Lumi? The cigarettes? That's what you need when you're done having the sex.
Well, basically, I didn't sell sex, so that was easier.
Give me a cigarette and a sandwich. I'm good to go.
But the experienced flappers were doing it. The serious flappers were doing it. They were some of my people I worked under. They were, at the speakeasy, which was in a transition to becoming a legitimate business after prohibition was pretty much ending.
Kitty, are you a flapper?
No.
They were doing it. The cigarettes,
Flapper. What
Flap.
the fuck is
the
that?
I don't even
cigarettes, the
like the word
sex, the
flap.
drug, the alcohol, the booze. You know, they were. It was pretty bad. The Roaring
Sounded
20s
like
were
when you're
pretty
getting hit with
bad
a
for
brick in your
a lot
forehead.
of stuff.
What's a flapper, Michelle? What does a flapper do?
I like
Basically, a
flapper?
flapper is a person that, well, I can look it up for you. If you really want me to look it up officially, I know what it
Well, I
is.
just figured I'd ask you what you used to do. I don't want to know the definition. I just want to know kind of what you guys did
Let
as
me look it up.
flappers.
The definition is basically a woman that was kind of like a woman that was like a prostitute, trying to show or excite men to do things sexually.
Do they call them flappers because they have like
pull up
flappy
the
titties?
official
Or?
definition. Okay,
flapper?
what is a 1920s flapper?
I know what a fapper is, but I don't know what a flapper is.
What did they do? All right. So let's see here. Flappers in the 1920s were young women known for their energetic freedom, embracing a lifestyle viewed that many of the time as outrageous, immoral, or downright dangerous. Now considered to be the first generation independent women, flappers pushed barriers of economic, political, and sexual freedom. Yeah. That's true. Basically, just like it said, they were going out there and going beyond.
Slapping them titties out.
So here's her long one here.
All right.
When the women's independence took another step forward with passage of the 19th Amendment, giving women the right to vote. Okay, this is from the History Channel. Are you done? Show me advertising. Paywall. Oh, okay, got it. Okay. 1920s also brought about prohibition, the result of the 18th Amendment ending illegal alcohol sales, combined with the explosion of popularity of jazz music and jazz clubs. The message was set for speakeasies, which offered illegally produced and distributed alcohol. Henry Ford's mass production cars brought down automobile prices. What is a flapper? Let's get back to the main piece here. No one knows how the word flapper entered American slang, but its usage first appeared just following World War I. The classic image of flapper is that of a stylish young party girl. Flappers smoked in public, drank alcohol, danced at jazz clubs, and practiced sexual freedom that shocked the Victorian morality of the parents. Flappers' dress were famous or infamous, depending on your viewpoint, for their rakish attire. They donned fashionable flapper dresses of shorter calf-revealing lengths and shorter necklines. This would be considered a flapper dress. Very modest one. Yeah, very modest. They donned fast. Okay, so let's see. Flappers wore high-heel shoes and threw away their corsets in favor of bras and lingerie. They gleefully applied rouge, lipstick, mascara, and other cosmetics and favored shorter hairstyles like the bob. Designed like Coco Chanel, Elsa Scafanelli, and Jean Pateau. World flapper fashion, Jean Pateau's invention of the knit swimwear and women's sportwear like tennis clothes inspired a freer, more relaxed silhouette. In the knitwear of Chanel and Schiaparelli brought no-nonsense lines to women's clothing. Madeleine Bionet's bias cut design, made by cutting fabric against the grain, emphasized the shape of a woman's body in a more natural way. Ooh, okay.
Don't worry, guys. I'm still alive. I didn't die.
So when you were a flapper, basically you were allowed to basically be free.
Flap them titties out.
I was.
You know myself.
But I also was very loyal. Yeah, I
from
understand
flapper.
that. That's
Yeah.
still interesting to think about, though.
I'm gonna look up. God damn it.
I can just see. Well, I really have a hard time visualizing being that wild, you know. Well, women. Yeah, 1920s. I came in, like I said, right near the end of Prohibition. That was just totally insane. Wow. Yeah. Wild, wild women. That's whiskey and wild, wild women. Yo. That's actually when the song was written. Right away. It was just that time. Because of the jazz clubs, the speakeasies, the prohibition, alcohol sales. What's going on in chat? Just a little bit of everything. Yeah, so this dress here would be considered kind of
titties, Michelle.
would be kind of considered a very modest, very modest flapper type dress. This is not. I mean, you can see why they've got rid of the corsets. Because they wanted to show it all, baby. They really did. And of course, the clothing was designed to be scantily clad, so that it would be perfectly accent a woman's figure.
Michelle,
What?
do you still have that delicious corset that you stuffed yourself into a few years ago?
I don't have it anymore. It got ripped, but I used to have one.
Oh yeah, I remember you put it on that one time.
Yeah, I remember it from 2014, 2015.
Great, Michelle.
I gotta get another one of them, by the way, sooner or later.
What color would you get?
You gotta remeasure your gut.
What color would you want, Michelle? A red one? Purple?
It doesn't matter. The corset is under the clothes. It's not on the clothes. I know that in steampunk and goth, you'll see them wearing it on the outside. Yep. But if you're really wearing a tight lacing corset, you wear it underneath your clothes.
Yeah, I used to have a friend who would wear them as clothes, Michelle. They would just wear them as a top and then wear some pants. Yeah, I think, like you said, the goth. It was goth. Gal. Yeah. Yeah, those things look like they hurt, Michelle. Like you gotta squeeze yourself.
Squeeze is right. Michelle looked like a Hostess Twinkie.
Yeah,
with the filling coming out the ends.
Like one of those cans of biscuits that it's just coming out of each end. But Michelle, it was nice. It was sexy. I think
more like great. Michelle basically looked like she got squished. The thing is unfortunately. I put on a lot of weight since then, so I look more like a toothpaste tube with the toothpaste coming out of the bends. Sorry.
Grab me a toothbrush and let me clean my teeth. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know? Yeah. Let me get some of that Colgate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so that's the story about that. I mean, the 20s was an interesting time, but the Victorian era morals, well, they were still a thing, and they definitely did not like what the flapper was and these young women were doing, because they were like parents who in the 40s or which would be born around 1880s, 1890s, or oh my God, I'm not ready for this. This is too much. Well, yeah, it's kind of like the old song, your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Right. You can bet if the flappers were still around, they certainly would be dancing and doing rock and roll. Yeah. They are actually still around. They just come with different names now.
Yeah, now they're just walking around and doing drugs.
Oh, yeah. Tweaking and sneaking. Yep, doing both.
Drinking and sneaking. Drinking and stinking because they don't wash their pussies. Drinking and stinking. That's what the floppers do nowadays, Michelle. They just flop them out for $10. Go get their fix.
And basically injecting. They're probably doing some hardcore stuff today.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Now, by the way, speaking of scrambling communications on YouTube. I wonder how that would work. Scrambled videos like HBO used to do. Oh my god. Please get your...
Yeah, remember that, Michelle, when they'd have the you could hear it. You could hear the audio just fine, but the picture would be all scrambled up. So like when you go watch the adult
cable, yep.
Yeah, you'd go like watch the adult channels and like, this Playboy channel, and you'd say, "What is that? Is that an elbow or a titty?" I can't tell. It's scrambled the fuck up. I remember that, Michelle. And then you could get a black box or these what are they called? Bunny ears. And you could put them on your TV, and it would give you the signal. It would unscramble it for free.
Don't forget there was also what they call UHF pay TV channels too.
Yeah, yep, the UHF channels. Yeah, I don't think we never bought any of those, but we had cable.
On air was over the air. The last of the over the air pay TV channels. That's coming back again. They actually are working on that now to make pay subscription over the air TV channels with the new digital technology a thing, which is not too hard to do. All you would do is you would say, "We now go to our scrambled programming. Please call this 1-800 number to receive your subscription." And then they'll give you a little black decoder box that you plug into your HDMI port of your TV, which would then send a message back to your TV circuit. Says, "Okay, this channel is authorized. You can now descramble it." Yeah. That's what they're coming up now. That's the new ATSC 3.0 is going to do. It was an ATSO 1.0, but ATSC 1.0, but it just never took off. ATSC 2.0 kind of merged with another technology which is related to pay-per-view, and this became ATSC version 3.0 for over-the-air pay TV subscriptions. There was a whole bunch of pay channels, as I found out from watching the Oddity Archive. One of them was a network called Spectrum. There was also, of course, on-air TV. There was WHO or WHT in New York City. Another pay TV channel system. I don't know what channel. I don't know what network Channel 27 in Massachusetts was, but because I didn't even know where you could get the descrambler box. But there was a lot of good movies in Channel 27. I believe they were. I think they were in Worcester, but I may be wrong. That they were all pay TV over the UHF channel, which I never got a chance to see it unscrambled. Sometimes because why is because what they do in some cases is they would superimpose at the head end of the cable channel a 15 hertz signal into the vertical retrace, which would scramble enough that if you managed to get the lock on channel 2 or 3 instead of 4, you'd be fine. People did that. And even Popular Electronics had an article how to modify your own TV to have built-in descrambler capabilities. I even saw one TV that was on the market that actually had a loop through specifically so you could connect the video TV descrambler right to the TV tuner itself. It's really neat. Think about what they did with early years of pay TV. Now, let me ask you a question, though, Tiger Kitty, on the UK side of things, as far as being grew up in the UK. Did they actually scramble over the air TV reception for the BBC, or did they just live on the TV license fee being paid?
People pay their TV license, and they come round in a van, and they can detect whether you've got a license or not.
Right.
So they knock on your door and say, "Have you got
Do you
a
think now
license?"
they use a card system instead of using a TV license? Where you
I don't know.
basically go to your place where you buy the TV and they insert a smart card in the TV too.
That would be clever, but I don't know. I haven't lived in England for years.
Alright. Well, that's a good question. I wonder how that would work. Even in America with ATSC 3.0. It probably would work the same way. So if you got 5 or 6 different paid channels, does that mean that you have 5 or 6 different smart cards to access all the programming? Probably. That would probably make sense, right? No, I'm gonna watch HBO today. Where's my HBO card? Oh, it's in my wallet. Okay, shove it in my TV. Gonna watch HBO movies. Oh, I wanna watch Netflix. Oh, okay, gotta put the Netflix card in. Oh, I wanna watch Stars Encore. That's another card. Yeah. I could see that. How confusing it would be if you have multiple cards for each channel. There's only these 2 panels. Paul came back into the panel again.
At the refresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting story back in the 80s when pay TV was just starting to come into its own. But some pay channels did scramble the sound. Over the UHF channel, some of them did scramble the sound. I remember picking up some of the audio. That made it sound like you were listening to a bunch of Murlocs talking. No kidding. They sounded like Murlocs. So...
Yeah, I never remember the audio being scrambled, Michelle. I always remember the video, though. Being scrambled. You know what? You're right, though, Michelle. You know
on
what?
air
Some of
was
them
one
would
of the
scramble.
last
Some
ones
of them
that was
would
actually
scramble.
scrambling the audio too.
Yeah, it was. You know what? Now that I think about it, some would scramble both, Michelle. They would do both. You're right. Some of them would have both.
What I want to do is I want to do an experiment on YouTube and see if I can actually create a video that is scrambled audio and video and upload it to YouTube. I wonder if YouTube would even allow it to be uploaded.
Yeah, sure they would.
Think about it. You want to show Black Jackson hookers? Oh, it was scrambled. You wouldn't be able to see it, right? I want to say at the beginning. To watch this video, you need to buy the North American Snow Queen decoder, $19.99, and then just buy it, plug it in into your computer, and then between the computer and the monitor, and there you go. You can see your blackjack and hookers. Of course, I'm sure somebody from YouTube's algorithm would go, are we missing something here? Encoded TV reception. Isn't that a violation of our terms of service? No, it's not. Oh, shit. I can't strike the channel then. No, you really seriously... That would seriously probably upset Susan Wojcicki big time. Everybody's scrambling their videos now. What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't have a decoder box to tell you. Why are we recommending people watch? I can't tell you. I don't have the decoder box. What about the damn decoder box? Who's supposed to buy the poker box? That Snow Queen says she's charging $29.99 a month. Well, then buy one. That'd be really weird for you, Tim. But I bet I could do it. Yeah, I think it would be kind of interesting, but not to make anything nasty. I just like to show them what we can do. Yeah, YouTube. You say you don't want us to show any naked skin and stuff, right? Well, here we go. We're going to scramble our video completely, but just suitable, just enough for NTSC upload. I could see her, Susan Wojcicki, go, kill me now.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will think of it. I can do the audio easy enough. There's for video audio soundtracks I do. I can encode them easy enough. There's a simple over or popular audio inversion algorithm you can use to scramble the sound in your videos. But scramble the video? In the modern 21st century, let's see. First thing you would have to do is you have to create a scrambling codec. Then, after you create the scrambling codec, it has to then make an output that's suitable for YouTube and MPEG that YouTube is going to share. So, meaning it has to be proper MPEG format. And then, once you get the MPEG encoder made, then the person downloads the video. They're going to run the descrambler on it just to get the video back to normal and the sound back to normal. A lot of parts. And something why you probably didn't see too many paid channels in the old days scramble the audio. Because the video was bad enough. So I'm going to try to fix the sound at the same time. I think would have been a little more frustration for most paid channels. But On Air was doing that, though. On Air in California was doing that. They were encoding both the audio and the video. So,
we got up for the day, Michelle. What are the plans for the day today? And we know we're doing your night show at 7.
I don't know. Originally, I was gonna go to church, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I might play some more trucking game, or maybe I might just go ahead, curl back in the bed, and just sleep for a few more hours.
There you go.
Yeah. After all, it's kind of still counts.
Yeah.
This show is like scrambled eggs. Yeah, some like it, some hate it. Okay, there you go. Yeah, but the show is actually pretty interesting stuff. You just gotta separate all the nits from all the rest of the stuff. Pick out the juicy bits. So, anybody want to go ahead and try that experiment with me? I'm actually curious what YouTube would say. I don't think YouTube would like you. We now begin our scramble transmission. Please turn on your North American Snow Queen decoder for the remainder of this broadcast. I think that would probably freak YouTube out. Wait, did she just say the rest of the video is going to be... Yeah, I guess she did. And then, of course, during the video, you could be cursing in blue streak, maybe flashing skin, because it's all scrambled, and people be like, what am I watching? I can see YouTube trying to say, where's the horizontal control? Excuse me, sir, but this is video. We don't have horizontal controls in our monitors. Where's the vertical control? We don't have a vertical control on the monitor. How am I supposed to watch what this person's showing? You need a codec decoder for $29.99 a month. Give her a strike anyway. I'm sure that Tiger Kitty gives money to many sites, guys. She doesn't have. I don't have exclusivity with anyone here.
Well, the thing is, as well, like, it's all good and well donating on here, but YouTube takes some of the money. So I think I'm going to just PayPal you.
Yeah, PayPal works anyway because of the situation with not just the fact that there's no super chat on Twitch. There isn't. But also, if you join our Patreon page, We could.
There is super chats though, Michelle. They're called bits. You can get
Yeah, I
bits on
know.
Twitch, Michelle. That's what a super chat is. Each bit's worth a penny.
Yeah, Twitch bits, Ritz bits. Yeah.
Yeah, you get bits. That's what like the super chat is. And then subscribers, you can make icons. You can make animated icons.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, pretty cool.
But we don't quite get the average. Notice I said average of 3 viewers per stream. We got close to 1.4 last night because we're starting to improve our average. So once we can hold a steady 30 for 30 days, average of 3 viewers a show, and everything else is there, guess what? There will be the ability to become an affiliate. And that's what I'm working on.
Why are you so worried about who I'm giving money to, Red? In fact, Red, have you ever donated to Michelle? I don't think you have.
I don't
So
think Red
before you
ever
worry
donated to me.
Yeah,
No.
so before he worries about who I'm giving money to, he perhaps wants to have a little closer to home.
I've
Fair enough, yeah.
never seen Red
Red, why don't you
donate
donate to
me.
Michelle? God damn it!
Exactly.
Noodles is
Don't worry
donating.
about
free
who I'm
entertainment.
giving money to and what my money's going on. It's my money. I'll do what I
Michelle, we
want
should
with it.
start shaming people who don't donate on
Yeah,
your channel,
shame 'em,
Michelle. Let's
shame 'em.
shame those who don't donate,
Right, so
Michelle.
let's
Make
start
them,
with Red.
you know.
Red should be very ashamed. He's never
That's
donated
what I used to
a
do,
penny.
and I'd rack in the donations. Just start shaming people for not donating, using you for free entertainment,
Right.
being
And
free.
then-
I used to do that.
He's donating his time, but he's done nothing but sit in the side chat and moan.
Right. Right now, what I would like to see also is more people join the
Shame on
Patreon
you guys for not
page.
donating.
Because, yes, we are going to get back on doing the Silvermoon radio show, but I don't know if it's going to be on Twitch or just restream or Twitch and restream. Or, because here's why. Twitch has changed their monetization rules again. Or maybe not really changed them, but they reaffirmed certain sections of the monetization rules regarding copyrighted content. This is more important for the video on demand replays, but I don't know if they could easily enforce them during the live shows.
No, they don't, Michelle. Not during the live show. It's only in your replay. They mute it, but not during the live show. Yeah, they're not like YouTube. They'll just do it in your video, but they won't do it.
You're right.
while you're
YouTube would mute it during the live show, where Twitch doesn't seem to do that yet.
Correct.
Right. So that's one of the reasons why we tape the music separately on Silvermoon Radio. And I would like to get some Silvermoon Radio in sometime. After all, we're making Silvermoon cups, we make Silvermoon hoodies, we make Silvermoon t-shirts, we make all kinds of Silvermoon stuff. And we haven't had a Silvermoon Radio show with vinyls playing in months. So I'm wondering if we should try to get ready to get things going for that for the year.
I like it when you're on Twitch doing it, and you can actually see you,
Yeah.
see you DJing, rather than just listening to you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, see, the records is great because, they're actual records, but even then, you can still see me DJ too because I would just only have like 2 songs or like 3 or 4 seconds between songs on a record. So I have to basically be pretty quick, short little intakes and not big, long things. Whereas when I'm using MP3 Blaster, I'm customly, editing and making music that way. Or eventually what you could do, Michelle, is you could rip more of your records onto MP3s and, yeah, that's another idea. And then just keep the records, don't strip out the clicks and the pops and the noise, but keep them in the record or in the show music. Because that's part of the whole ambiance of what Silvermoon Radio is where you're showing people's record collections. Because if you go back what how Silvermoon Radio came to be, in case you forgot, let's pull up that video here just so you can hear this. There we go. The story how AM 1610 Silvermoon Radio came to be. 300 years after Earth sacked Questless and the Eversong Woods, a multi-generational spacecraft from the Terran solar system crash-landed in the coastlands. Facing the scourge and having many...
Michelle, I don't want to listen to this one again. Michelle, this is way too long. It's way too long, Michelle. Way too long.
Fortunately, a group of Cinderai came to the rescue, helping to keep the crew I'm only going to play a very important part of the ship safe.
All right.
While assisting with humanitarian aid. The human crew, having no way to return to Earth, befriended the Cinderai, and with the approval of the Council of Mages, offered their assistance in the area of technology and the advancement of science to aid in rebuilding of Questless. Being this was a large multi-generational ship, the remaining 36 survivors gave much of their personal belongings to Questless as a gift. One of which was a very large, extensive musical library. There was one simple stipulation. It was to be shared among all. There we go. That's the part of that piece, the nitty-gritty of what Silvermoon Radio represents.
All right, Michelle, the Connecticut DMV is open for phone calls Monday through Friday from 8 to 4 p.m. So we're going to call on Monday on your show, see if you can wear your elf ears, okay? We'll call Monday if you remind me, and we'll see if you
actually, I'm surprised they're not. Oh, that's right, Saturday.
Well, it's Saturday,
you can, but I'm going to be going down there anyway in person with ears on, so let's see what they say.
We'll give them a call Monday, all right? Just remind me, or someone remind me. We got the number. John Heyman sent me the number.
I'll remind you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Red, I don't know. My show has never been a failure either.
Red. Your show will never be a success, Michelle. Later.
My show has an audience. It has a following.
He's salty. He's still watching.
And that's the difference.
He's just a drama community person, you know. It's what they do.
Well, I don't like all this drama.
Yeah. It's for fucking 15-year-old girls. I don't know why people get involved in that shit so much. It's kind of sad. Like, live your own life. Don't live through someone else's, you know? Enjoy your own life.
Yeah, life's too short.
Don't get salty about it.
It's funny, though. We talked about Monica real quickly. We talked about Blazing Leo. Monica and Blazing Leo both liked Silvermoon Radio a lot. As did Bubba. As did a few other people when it was on Discord. There was a lot of people that enjoyed the music.
Yeah.
But the reason why it kind of fizzled away was because the audience was like moving on to greener pastures as far as I can see it. After all, why not go watch Much Music or VH1 Classic if you want to listen to music? Why watch a small person on YouTube or Twitch playing music on a turntable when you could be listening to music playing off of a Laserdisc or a MP3 or a video file? But like I said, I do have my audience that do like Silvermoon Radio for the premise of what it represents.
I like it, but like I say, I like it when I'm watching you, DJ.
Yeah, I think it's better, Michelle. Like Tiger Kitty said, when you're on Twitch, we can watch it. You got the cam on. Yeah, I enjoy those Silvermoons opposed to just sitting in Discord. I like the ones where you're DJing. We can watch it. We can watch you singing, dancing. I like those ones, Michelle.
Yeah.
Right.
That's good Silvermoon.
Right, exactly, and that's what I'm trying to talk about. Where I want to get back to doing now is on either YouTube and Twitch and Discord combination. We do them both because that way, because we started out on Twitch, I wanted to keep Twitch, but I also kept it on YouTube as well, so people could watch it on both, and that was why we did it that way.
Yeah.
But the sad truth is that the reason why why I lost some of my air in my tires was because sometimes I felt like I was running myself into the grave. Working so hard trying to produce content, people keep claiming like, oh, you're playing the same records and they're getting old. And I'm trying to go through my stacks and look for a few other records. I absolutely hate it. And I put those on. One of them was so nasty, I actually took the record off the turntable. I really wanted to smash it into a million pieces, but I just put it back in the sleeve and threw it in my do never play this again album.
I don't know why you don't just play music like off of YouTube, Michelle, or like people can make a song request and you can play the song for them, or MP3s or something.
I don't know if that's necessarily feasible for the reason my home internet is such a lousy, low-level network bandwidth, and you know that. I do it sometimes, and we have problems where the sound would hiccup and burp and fart, and but if I can do it, if I downloaded all the videos ahead of time.
Well, no, Michelle, I don't know why, if you don't have a panel going, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to run a YouTube video while you're streaming. I mean, your internet's not that bad. You should be able to run an YouTube video right now. You can't play a YouTube video right now?
Yeah, but don't forget you're also streaming also on Discord at the same time. So that's the equivalent of
don't stream off of Discord, Michelle. Don't do it on Discord. Just stream on like one platform. You don't need to stream on multiple platforms for it. And just hit the record button on your OBS, record it, and then put it on your Patreon,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to help you improve the show, Michelle. I mean, I know what your internet is, but I know what your internet's capable of. You should be able to, if someone says, I want to hear, something by Huey Lewis and the Bad News, whatever, you should be able to type it up on YouTube and play the song. I mean,
Michelle does okay. I don't see any major problem with doing what she was doing, which was, if she streams it just on Twitch and not on Discord, theoretically she could have MP3 music videos from YouTube. But also,
you don't even need to play the video. I'm just saying, just play the audio. You don't even need to play the video on your stream. Just run the audio. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But Michelle still has to play the video in the background now.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
You know what? I do think we could do something like that once in a while.
Yeah, people, take song requests. Maybe give some traffic updates, some weather updates, some sports scores, some stock ticker. Make it like a radio show.
Actually, Debicles, you're not too far from the truth, but because Jimmy, when he's nearby on the porch, actually does use my internet when he runs out of data on his phone.
What?
He leeches off of you. Oh my god.
So,
oh my god.
That's actually not.
Well, I have no food.
That's actually not a lie. That is the truth.
Michelle, I clogged my toilet. I must use yours.
Move over, Ed and Michelle. I sleep with you.
Yes. My bed. Your bed looks more comfortable. Squeeze in. Fucking Jimmy. Michelle, did you get his bill paid for him yesterday?
If I change my Wi-Fi password, which is the one that's printed on my router box, then I'm going to have a problem because then I'm going to forget my own Wi-Fi password and go, oh shit, I'm not supposed to get in now. I forgot the damn password. That's why I left it whatever Frontier left it at. I didn't even bother to change it.
Michelle, I changed their Wi-Fi password.
Yeah.
Michelle, did you ever get Jimmy's bill paid for him yesterday?
No, because the stupid electric companies Bill's payment system was offline.
Oh shit! He's gonna get his power cut off to that building.
Yeah, I don't know how we got into the situation with a $455 electric bill, but
Shall you pedal this bicycle and power the building with generator?
so he called and they told him that the credit card machine was down, so they couldn't do anything. So he was supposed to come back and try it again, but he never did come back. Maybe he's just gonna go down there in person and go, here's the bill, $450 US in cash.
They'll pay this for me.
So you're gonna go all the way down to the Connecticut Light Power Building or wherever Everscrew is located now, pay him in cash. I could do that, I guess.
Do that. Let's see here.
I didn't even know he had a building in Torrington. I didn't even know that. Must be a commercial building or something.
Must be.
If it's a commercial building, then how did you forget to pay your... Isn't it the tenant's responsibility to pay the electric bill if it's rental business or if it's a business that he's renting out? I don't know. I don't even want to try to guess that. So, really, it's in his court. He has to take care of it. Anyway, so today I don't really have anything to find other than the 7 o'clock show tonight.
And you said you were going to go back to bed.
Maybe I might go back to bed. Maybe I might watch videos. I don't know.
It's gonna play it by Elf here today, huh, Michelle?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't honestly think there's gonna be a problem if I wear my elf ears at the DMB. No, I don't think you have a problem with it. If they do, you just take them off, you know. Make sure they don't droop too bad when you actually take the picture. Stand up straight and look like you're happy. Like this. Oh, don't smile. The people in Georgia will not let you smile at the DMB.
Fucking A. All right, Miss Michelle, Tiger Kitty. I will probably catch you guys tonight for the show.
I'm going to go as well, Michelle. I've got to sort the dogs out.
Yeah.
The dog out.
Yep, good show, Michelle.
Yeah, I'll catch you later, Michelle.
Yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe I'll call you a little bit later on, Tiger Kitty.
All right, take care, Michelle, and chat. We'll see you tonight.
Okay, yep.
Take care. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, so that's that. What's going to happen with the DMB? I don't know. And they say, well, I'm sorry, you're going to have to take your ears off. It's not too hard to do. Michelle's ears hardly hang on sometimes because the glue dries out. Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is that, like I said, I could just see the DMV person say, I'm sorry, I'm not taking a picture with those ears on. Why? Because I'm a lioness in your fucking hood. I don't like hood. See? That's a good one. So you say you have to take off your ears, or I'm not taking your picture. And then you can go pound fucking sand as far as I'm fucking concerned. Oh, I gotta admit, that's a good point. All right. Tell them to take their ears out. Okay, that you could say that too, right? All right, guys. You know what the sad truth is, real quick? What happens when the day comes when we start getting ETs in here from other planets? They gotta get the DMB driver's license. Say someone like Elf comes in. Hey, what's the story? I need my picture taken. Mr. Alf, it's Gordon Chumley. And what is the problem? Well, you're not clean shaven, sir. Well, excuse me, but that's my fur, and that's the way I am. You're supposed to be an identification card, right? It's supposed to represent what you look like, not what you want me to look like. Oh, that's true. And I'm not covering my face, and I'm not wearing a hat, and I'm not wearing eyeglasses. So what's the problem? Okay. Let me check with my supervisor. Oh, he said, yeah, you're okay. Because your race is okay from the planet Melmac. Finally, common sense kicks in. Let's get this guy on the roll. Let's get it done. Yeah, that's true, right? Then this next person comes in. It's a night elf. Excuse me, I'm here to get my photograph. Yeah, okay, but you're gonna have to take your ears off. Excuse me, they're attached to my body. How am I supposed to remove what I was born with? Oh, shit again. Let me ask my supervisor. Yeah. Go, cheese, you're fine. Get it on the camera. Snap. There we go. There's your picture. Sign it. Okay, you're done. Or comes in. Me want picture done now. Okay. Well, see what they give me that ugly teeth of yours. Excuse me, but those are my teeth. And you gotta change your skin tone. You got something against green skin? I tell you that's racism and anthropogenic BS. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, fine, never mind. I'm just having a bad day. All right, get behind the camera. Let's get this done with. Next thing, a Volpero shows up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, no. I've been having a bad day all day. Go ahead, get behind the camera. I don't care. I'll just go shoot your picture. Then a Klingon shows up. For the honor, I'm here to get my picture taken. Okay, fine. You can imagine what I'm getting at. The fact is that sooner or later, the DMB would have no choice but to accept people as not just being human, Homo sapien, but rather maybe other races that are similar to humans, but they're different, you know? That's one of the reasons why the Pastafarians are allowed to wear the calendars in their picture, which I think is kind of funny. And if a person can wear a calendar in the head, give me a good reason why I can't go ahead and wear my elf ears. Well, it doesn't block your face. No, and it doesn't block your eyes. No, and it doesn't block your head. Hey, so I say, go for it. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, it's a good point. All right, guys. So for now, I'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock. I don't know if there's going to be any show earlier in the day. Maybe a video. I don't know. I'm kind of interested in trying that scrambling thing. Oh, God. Yeah, it'll be interesting. All right. So for now, guys, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye,